What is up guys, and welcome to another Red Dead Online video. Today we are talking about the things that we have all spotted within the pictures and also the trailer that Rockstar have brought out for the summer update, but yet have not been 100% confirmed within the Newswire. The first thing to talk about is that we will be getting new clothing, and we can see a lot of it within the pictures on the Newswire, and we can also go and get a taste with what we see in the trailer. But one thing I noticed is in this picture contains a lot of good stuff. The first thing is that the person right in front of us, the person that our eyes are immediately drawn to, is the person right in the middle, and this person is wearing an eye patch. On top of that, within certain scenes within the trailer, it did look like people were wearing eye patches. It was a bit harder to go and tell because of the lighting. The first one was in Armadillo, where you have 4 people walking down the street of Armadillo, and on the person on the left, it does look like he's wearing an eye patch, but because of the lighting, it could very well be a shadow. Going back to the picture as well, where this person is wearing an eye patch, if we go and look at the person on the right and zoom into his right hand holding a weapon, we can actually see he's also got a ring. So maybe with character customization, it's not just clothing now with just what you're wearing, but also on top of that, there's other smaller details with accessories, whether it be eye patches, whether it be rings, and maybe we can go and get some other stuff as well. Sticking to the talk of clothing, but going all the way over to the Wheeler, Rawson & Co. club picture, there is a lot of cool stuff within this picture. The first thing is the different types of clothing. Now on the far left, we do go and see someone that's got a Native American look, and this was a very hard thing to go and do with the items of clothing that we already had within the game. So it's nice to go and see that now we can easily go and make a character that looks more Native American. Also, with all these different clothing, this will be stuff that's going to be added to the game, and probably will most likely be the stuff that you go and unlock at the Wheeler, Rawson & Co. club by ranking up, and there's some very cool stuff in there. The next thing that I want to point out is that all of these characters, apart from the female character because it's a bit harder to see with her arm across her and the gun, and also the text in front, but the other 3 characters, the male characters on the front of this picture, are all wearing multiple belts, as well as stuff that's going across their chest with ammo. So this could very well be the way in which you go and get more ammo, maybe more satchels and stuff like that. You have to go and buy a bunch of different belts. With more belts as well, maybe you can go and add more stuff to it. Maybe you can even have even more weapons added to it, so that if your pistol and revolver does run out of ammo, instead of trying to reload the ones that you've got, you just quickly switch to the pistols that you've got on your other belts. The next thing to do with this picture is the horse that you go and see, and the horse itself does have a mask, which is very cool to go and see. I said ages ago that with this update and being able to choose your own path, character customization and horse customization will play a massive part in it, and would honestly be perfect for this update. So it's very cool to go and see that they've actually gone down that route as well. With character customization as well, I know we already know that we can go and change our character's appearance without it resetting our stats or us having to actually restart the game entirely just to change the look of our character. With this, there will also probably be a lot of different ways to go and change your hair, whether it be your actual hair or your facial hair. I'm seeing a few things in the picture, and my eyes are immediately drawn to this one. As the bounty hunter, you can go and see this woman going to carry what I assume would be her bounty, and she has a pretty cool haircut, a haircut that I've never actually seen anyone else wearing. I myself, I actually have a male character, so I will not be able to go and get the female haircut, but this has been something that I've never ever seen anyone else wear, and it's actually pretty cool to go and see. So I assume that this in itself is a new haircut, but do correct me if I am wrong. Likewise, with actually having haircuts for your character, I also assume that this will then go and transfer over to horses, where you can go and change the style of the hair on that as well. Now that we're on the subject of horses, there will be more horses being added to this game. Looking at all of the new stuff and everything that you can go and see in the trailer, there looks to be a lot of horses that myself, I have never seen before in this game. With Rockstar adding new horse slots and also bringing in wagons, I feel like the requirements for horses and certain types of horses are going to be a lot higher. I do feel like you should be able to go and buy a workhorse and go and put that onto the wagon, whereas if you were to go and get a racehorse and go and put that onto the wagon, it's not going to perform as well. But that in itself is just speculation. But what is fact is that Rockstar have added new slots within the stable to go and get new horses. The biggest thing that I've noticed so far is by looking at the trailer, and there being a whole new train added to New Austin. There is already a train tracks that go right beside Tumbleweed, and I think it goes all the way up to Bonnie McFarlane's farm. There isn't actually a train on it. By looking at the trailer and seeing the person with the binoculars, you see a posse of 4 and they look at the train tracks within the desert. And if we go and look at the current train and current train track that we already have within the game that goes all the way from Saint Denis all the way up to Valentine and goes through roads and all that and then comes all the way back down to Saint Denis, that train track never goes near anything to do with sand or anything to do with deserts. So we know that this is now added within New Austin. The question is whether or not this is actually going to be in free roam or whether or not it's just going to be in a one-off mission, or it could just be added to free roam but you only get access to it as you're going to collect supplies for either like the bounty hunter, the trader, or maybe you have to do something to do with the collector, or it could be something completely different and it's actually to do with a mission of some sort, maybe a main mission in a land of opportunity missions. There's a bunch of different ways we can do it, but this is the first time we go and see a train within New Austin. Another thing to go and point out is it looks like it is a train robbery and you are a posse and you are going to go and get the train. It then ends with an action scene where someone is using a turret on the back of the train, but then another 4 people come. So maybe it's a posse versus posse to try and get supplies. This as well would be very cool to go and see, but all of that is very much guesswork. The fact is there is a new train and it is added in New Austin. With the collector role as well, or what we've been assuming is the collector role, you can also do a bit of grave digging, and in the trailer the spot that it picks out is also the place that you go and meet Seth Byers within Red Dead Redemption, the first Red Dead Redemption. Do I think Seth Byers would be in this game? No, I do not feel like we'll see him at any point, but I feel like it will be very fun to go and customize a character that looks similar to him and then go and pretend to go and be Seth Byers whilst going down this collector route, going grave digging. And then the final thing to talk about, which myself I didn't actually find but other people found within the trailer and pointed it out on the trailer breakdown that I did the other day, that it does actually say Lemoyne apples on a crate within the trader role when Cribs is working at the camp. There was also people then pointing out that Lemoyne apples could very well be linked to Braithwaite Manor, and it could be something that we have to go and steal, or maybe we have to go and meet up with people at Braithwaite Manor and there's, I guess, a bit of an alliance and a deal going on in the background. But this is very cool to go and see. The trader camp business could very well already be linking to very big parts that were massive parts within the story, but just not as big within online. We've already met quite a few characters in online that was already within the story. The main 3 being Sadie Adler being the biggest one. You then got Black Belt, and then also you have the Aberdeen pig farmers. And I'm sure that there will be more added within this online update, but seeing the Braithwaite family being added within this, I did not expect. I expected that maybe sometime down the road, but to go and see it potentially come back now is going to be very cool. Now that is all guesswork, but it would be very cool to go and see. But anyway guys, what do you think about all of this stuff that could very well be added but just hasn't been confirmed yet? I know some of this is speculation and some of it may actually be fact. We just have to go and wait and see. We have not got that long until the summer update, and honestly we are all very hyped for it. But leave it in the comments down below if you have noticed something that I haven't pointed within this video. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.